Is it wrong for a man in his late 30s to be really into a recent shonen anime? The answer, yes, absolutely. But since when do I ever listen to anybody? Anyway, My Hero Academia. It's a really good show. I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I did, and I think it has a lot to do with the characters of the show. It's a very simple concept. Basically, it's a world where more than half the population have some kind of superpower, which they call a quirk, and it's kind of like the world of X-Men, except without the prejudice angle, and society seems to have accepted it, and in fact people think it's really cool to have superpowers, because why really wouldn't they, but mostly it focuses on this kid right here who has no superpower of his own but really wants to help people and change the world, and then he runs into one of the greatest heroes of all time, and spoilers, although this is like the first couple episodes, he has the ability to pass on his power to someone he deems worthy, and he chooses Midoriya here to be his successor. And it's in its currently 4th season, and it's really good. I've enjoyed it ever since episode 1, and I can't really say that about too many anime. Honestly, most anime to me, I just get bored with it and just lose interest very quick. And this one is one of the few exceptions. This One Punch Man is really good too. A bunch of other ones that I've seen, but not really meant for discussion on this channel, maybe the main channel. But anyway, these are world collectible figures for My Hero Academia, plus Ultra, of course. They're made by Ben Presto. I got these playing Toreba a while ago, and yes, I was still playing Toreba for a little while, but I am absolutely 100% done with that service because the prices went up, the games seemed a little bit more rigged than they would normally be, and just in general, I haven't really seen too many good things on there. They have a lot of really great figures and stuff, but I've found out recently there are many other places you can get those figures for much cheaper. Many even here in the US, but we'll talk about that in a future video. So, they did have these, and I was kind of interested in them, and it was one of the few genuinely cheap things to get and fairly easy to win. They're basically just little pint-sized, kind of sort of chibi-fied figures, and I've seen them. I've seen a lot of other things in the style. I know they have like Dragon Ball figures and One Piece figures and whatever popular anime there is nowadays. This is volume 1. They do have other ones in there, but I didn't really feel the need to go after any more of them. The one thing I should note is that I have 4 here. There were originally 6 in the set, and at the time I was playing the claw machine, these 2 were sold out. Okay, Sue, I could totally understand being sold out. Everybody loves Froppy. Mineta, though? Mineta was sold out. Are you kidding me? He's probably one of the most hated characters on that show. Me personally, I don't hate him as much as most people. Yes, he is a creep and he's kind of annoying, but I think he also kind of illustrates what makes the show so great, because he did have kind of a character arc at the beginning of the season, the beginning of season 1, towards the end of season 1. He kind of came off as a bit of a crybaby. He wasn't really cut out to be a hero and was kind of scared of everything. But if you pay attention to him as the series goes on, he actually grows and he has, he hones his powers and he can actually fight on his own now. And I think that's a really good thing for a character like this. So, but I get it why people don't like him, and I completely understand. I just don't get why he was sold out. I mean, even then, of all the characters, why him? Maybe he's more popular in Japan or something. I don't know. Maybe if somebody knows for sure, they can let me know. But this was the first series. We got Izuku Midoriya there. We got All Might. We've got Ochako Uraraka. God, her name always... I never feel like I'm saying her name right. And then we got my boy Ida. We're going to take a look at each one of these. So let's take a look at Midoriya here first. Let's open this up. and they all come in these little bags. He got his stand, his little support pole, and of course the figure. So let's open this up and have a look at these. See, I may or may not have to do some cuts here because this plastic is usually pretty rough to work with. Let's see if I can just slice it. Okay, there we go. Very, very secure packaging. I mean, this did have to come from Japan and all, so I'd imagine they would have to pack these pretty good. Okay, there's the little support pole there, little support stick that always has to come with these figures. There's the stand. Very interesting color for the stand. I don't know why. I thought that was interesting. But here's what everyone wants to see. It's the figure. Nice. You know, the figures you get from Japan are usually very well done, and this even these small ones are very nice. Hair's very spiky, very very prickly. It's like he's like a sea urchin. But yeah, I'm not that into these little figures. I tend to like the bigger figures a lot more, but I suppose, you know, if you're, you know, a little more, you know, strapped for cash, I suppose these will do you. So here's Midoriya. In my opinion, one of, if not the best protagonist I've seen in an anime in a very long time. And I think that's one of the things that really turns me off to an anime, when the protagonist just isn't that interesting. And I did notice for a while, for a lot of anime, even very popular anime, typically the main protagonist isn't usually the most popular character. It's usually like a side character. It's like, you know, Dragon Ball. Who's everyone's favorite character in Dragon Ball? Vegeta, obviously, or Piccolo, or Gohan. Very few people are going to say Goku. And I think with good reason. Same thing with Naruto. Like, who's everyone's favorite character in Naruto? Correct answer is Rock Lee. Or maybe, you know, one of the other kids. No, very few people are going to say Naruto. But with My Hero Academia, and I think that is one of the reasons I really, really like it, it's that pretty much every character is great. And Midoriya here is a great lead character, because he's a character a lot of people can relate to. He has nothing in a world where other people have everything, but he still wants to help out and do good in the world. And then he finally gets the opportunity to do so, and he does not squander it. He works hard, he uses his brain, and he does the best he can, and he's, you know, he is supposedly going to become one of the world's greatest hero, at least according to the narration. But yeah, I think that's why I really, really like this show a lot. So there he is right there, Midoriya. Let's put him down in the back. Let's look at Ochako Uraraka, or Uravity. That's her name. God, her name is just it's just a mouthful. I don't know. Maybe I'm just really bad at Japanese or something, but I don't think I've ever heard a character in any anime I've ever watched named Ochako Uraraka, or even anything close to that. It's usually like, I don't know, Yuki or Takeshi or something like that. Whatever, man. You know, you understand what I'm talking about. It's just a very difficult name to pronounce. All right, let me stop talking and just take her out of here. All right, get that stand out. So here she is right here. Adorable. She's another character I really liked. Like, she could have very easily become just the girl character, but I think it was really that tournament they were in when she fought Bakugo that I really began to like her, because she actually took inspiration from Midoriya here, because of, you know, how dedicated he is to this. She kind of became inspired by that, and that kind of gave her a drive. And I think that's, you know, a really the point I'm trying to make here is that there are a lot of really good characters in this show, and it's one of those shows where there's so many characters, there's so many good characters that, you know, everyone's going to have their favorite, and there's going to be no wrong answers, except for that one kid in the other class. What the hell is his name? The one that's always running his mouth. Yeah, okay. The hate for him, I think is completely justified. But yeah, there she is right there, blushing with her hands up, all determined. These are, how tall are these? They're like 3 or 4 inches tall, maybe 5. I don't know. I don't have my ruler handy. But they're still really good. Again, they're nice little cheap figures you can get if you really, really like this series. All right. Uraraka, or whatever your name is, you stand there next to Midoriya, and you two can act all awkward from each other from being so close. I do like them as a couple, actually. I really do. They are just adorable. But one of my all-time favorite characters in the show, Ida. I love Ida. He's so funny. I think it was the that exam they did where him and Bakugo had to play the bad guys like early on in season 1. I think that's when I really started to like him, because the thing about Ida is his character is that he's so proper and straight-laced and, by the books, that when he was asked to play a bad guy, he just couldn't do it, and he was having this internal conflict, and then he started like rationalizing the whole thing, and he said a line, something along the lines of like, in order for the greater good, I must embrace evil, and then he went full like villain. And then she showed up, and she was like, wow, he's overdoing it. Yeah, I love Ida. And Ida had a really good story arc in season 2 as well. I won't spoil too much about the show, because I do think people should watch it. All right, so let's focus on the figures for now. His power in the show, for those of you who've not watched it, is he has these like jet engines in the back of his thighs, and it causes him to it lets him run really fast. Otaku's power, by the way, is she can manipulate gravity, but sometimes it makes her throw up, so it's kind of a problem. It looks a little different from the anime. I don't know, I think maybe his hair is too big or something, but the suit looks good. They got the suit pretty much on point, except for the helmet, obviously, because they want to show his face. But yeah, I love Ida. Ida is my absolute favorite. And so far in season 4, we haven't seen much of him, which is kind of a disappointment, even though season 4 is actually really good. All right, so there's Ida with his glasses. No lenses on the glasses. They're just kind of... That's just the frame, really. I guess they didn't really need to put that detail and just, have it so it looks like he's wearing them. So there is Ida. Now let's look at the symbol of peace, All Might, with his giant pecs and giant head in this weirdly downgraded form. All Might is great. He's an absolutely fun character. And he's also a very, very good character as well, especially, again, I don't want to say too much for those who have not seen it, but yeah, when you learn why he's giving up his power to Midoriya, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up now. All right, let's take a look at All Might here. There he is with his wow, that is he's got a big old mouth. There he is with his arms up, declaring, I am here! Fear not, citizens! The symbol of peace has arrived! I absolutely love it. I cannot properly convey my love of this show. And coming from me, who just... most anime just bores the hell out of me, especially nowadays, that it does say something to how good the show is when someone like me has so many good things to say about it. So there he is, All Might in his suit with a little bit of... I thought... oh my god. I thought that was a nipple. No, that's like... I guess a little paint error there. That's fine. Again, it's weird seeing this character in this. He kind of looks like... he looks like a Beautiful Joe character. If anybody remembers Beautiful Joe, the Capcom series that didn't go anywhere. But yeah, there he is. I think this form doesn't really do him justice, but there you go. There's Tiny All Might alongside the tiny students of UA. There they are. So those are the only figures of these I have. Again, there are more, and there are other. This was just volume 1. There are other ones. They have, the other characters. They have variants of the characters too. Like, instead of being in their superhero outfits, they also have, like, in their school uniforms and stuff. But I don't really feel the need to get any more of those. On a side note, though, incidentally, when I was playing to get these, I accidentally won a second one of Uraraka. And as of this video, I believe it is still currently up on the eBay store. So it's link is in the description if you want to go check that out, or if anybody wants one. It's for sale, so go check it out. All right, well, that is it for the mini tiny world collectible figures. My Hero Academia figures. I said figures twice. That's it for the My Hero Academia tiny figures. There we go. That's a better take. Again, I don't really feel the need to get any more of these, although I do have some other figures that I'm going to be showing off probably in the next video, or possibly the video afterwards. I got a lot of the bigger figures, and I'm going to take a look at those, especially if this video does well. I'll do more My Hero Academia stuff. Until then, here is a preview. There you go. There's big, regular proportioned Midoriya. And there's more of these to look at too, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. If you like My Hero Academia, tell me what you like about it and who's your favorite character. And until then, check out my other videos, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Plus Ultra!